How's it going, everybody? So, still pretty early in the vlogs. If you haven't seen it yet, check out my intro vlog, as well as I did a review of the Power Rangers movie I went and saw. So, this is going to be kind of a chilled. I'm going to be going out and doing some errands. Might cruise around Orlando and kind of get familiar with the area. And talk a little bit more about myself and introduce myself more. So. How fucking awesome is that? They have Stranger Things fucking pops with Demogorgon. That's fucking awesome. Alright, so it wasn't really that eventful going out. Checked out the mall. The mall was cool. I've never been overly fond of malls, but the one that they got here, I mean, they have a bunch here, but when I was used to in Maine, this one was much more busier, I guess you could say. But it was nice. I guess what everybody's probably wondering is like, hey, you look a lot different than what you looked like in the last video, your introduction video. And yeah, so I'm going to talk a little bit about that. And I'm probably going to rant and probably go on and on and on, but it is me. It is a big part of me. So while, you know, getting used to these vlogs and these videos, and introducing myself and you guys getting to know me, this is probably a good thing to touch on. So I figured I'd rant about this. So I kind of already talked a little bit about wanting to discuss how I look today. So bear with me if it's something that you are kind of like not interested in or whatever, but something that I feel very strongly I want to talk about a lot, because where this is new, where I'm new to the vlogs and doing these videos, this is very much a part of me, and I want to talk about this because this is, you know, you in getting to know me. So obviously I look a lot different from the first video, me introducing myself. Basically what I can say on that is, like, I don't look like this every day. I don't do the makeup or the contacts or do my hair or whatever. I don't do this every day. There's some days where it maybe gets a little even more unique or whatever. Then the other days where it's just like, I want to put on a pair of shorts and throw a hoodie on and just go out. Like, there are some days where I choose to just not do that. And it's not me trying to be like, I want to be cool this day, or I want to do this. A lot of people, I think, who meet me and see me like this are like, oh, it's just an image thing you're just trying to do, or, well, I'm not really sure what people think, but it's very much not that. And I know a lot of people, if you saw me walking down the street or walking next to you in a Walmart, are instantly going to assume the worst and think I'm weird looking and so on and so forth. And I can't say I'm not expecting that, because I'd be an idiot to be like, why are people staring at me? I don't understand. What the I'm not an idiot. I know why people are looking at me. I know why people react the way they do. It comes with the territory, and I'm okay with that. A good 98% of the time, I'm okay with that. But what I want people to realize is a little bit of why I personally choose to do the things I do. Maybe not even specifically contacts or makeup or my hair, or choose to wear certain things I wear. I want you to know a little bit about me and why I choose to do that. The way I look at it is, you know, people are like, well, you're just looking for attention. A little bit, yeah. But I think most people think that's a negative. I try to look at it as a positive. Yeah, I may be looking for attention. I'm looking for attention to give a message. That message being, be you. Who gives a shit what people say? You want to wear a fucking feathered boa and a tutu? Go for it. Who cares? Like, my message is be an individual, be yourself, do what makes you happy. So yeah, maybe I'm looking for attention, but I'm not thriving on it. I don't get bummed if nobody stares at me. I can give a shit less. I actually prefer it. People didn't. What I like is when people recognize the fact, like, hey, this guy is just doing him. He's being himself. And I appreciate that, and I love that. Like, you know, on the other end of the spectrum where people will stare and constantly judge and think that you're there to, you know, murder them, I love it. Like today, I was in the mall, new area, and I've never been in there. So I walked through, obviously no one knows me or whatever, anything like that, but this young lady comes out of a Tijuana, and she's like, oh my gosh, I love your, I think she said facade, or your look. She's like, it's amazing. I love it. And I was like, I was very like, oh, thank you very much. And I think I kind of shocked her too, because I was very soft-spoken. And I think that's another thing that I wish people would understand is, like, even if it wasn't like, I'm not saying everybody should come and give me compliments and be like that. That's not what I'm saying. But even if you were like, hey, how are you? I'll extend that welcome back. And it's like, if you gave me 2 seconds to be like, you know, just put away your judgment and be like, oh, this guy's creepy looking, or whatever people think. If you were just like, you know, he's just another person, why don't I say hello or hey, have a good day? They'd learn that, like, I respond, and I'm not going to be like, hail Satan. I'm going to be like, hey, you know, you have a good day too. Thank you very much. I'm a nice person, despite what people may think. I don't understand the, you know, he wears black, he has makeup, and blah, 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 blah. He's evil and angry. What the fuck? What does that mean? I can't just be me? Like, you haven't even taken 2 seconds to ask, like, how was your day? It's like, you know nothing about me. And I think that's the part that angers me the most about people that look and stare and judge. It's not the fact that they're looking and staring and judging, because, like, I expect that, because it just comes with the territory or whatever. It's just the disgust that I see in people's eyes. It's like, you don't even fucking know me. I went into a store to get a pack of gum. There was a mother and a daughter standing in line. I grabbed a pack of gum, stood in line, and the daughter was on her right side, closer to me. And the daughter looked at me, obviously, and I don't even, you know what the funny part is? I didn't have contacts in, and I maybe had a little bit of makeup on, and I wore a hat. But the daughter looked, and I just smiled, and not like creepily, like, like, I just smiled as a friendly saying hi. And the mother takes the daughter and moves her to the other side. It's like, I'm not here to fucking murder your child. Like, calm down. I'm just buying gum. I'm being friendly. Like, that's the shit that annoys me. The disgust and the rude and the just fucking asshole attitude. It's like, you may not agree with how I look or what I do, but, you know, keep that. Don't, like, vocalize that or physically, you know, be like, ugh, because you don't know me. If you have questions, fuck, I'd rather you come up to me and ask me a fucking question over being like, I'm going to hide my children from you. It's like, you know nothing about me. I don't do that to people wearing a fucking Life is Good, Praise Jesus t-shirt or anything like that. I don't do that to people wearing a gay pride shirt. You know, I look at that in the same way that I feel I want people to look at me, like they're choosing to live their life and be who they want and look the way they want. You know, based on sexuality, religion, or if you just want to fucking look a certain way. Who the fuck cares? So that's, I guess, my rant. Again, I apologize if you didn't really want to hear that, but it's talking about me. I don't always look like this. I don't always, you know, it's just me. It's just what I felt like doing today. So maybe that gives you a little insight, a little more about me, and how I feel about things. Definitely give me comments. I I'd love to hear if people have experienced or what people experience, whether it's running into someone like me, or if you're a friend of mine or someone who knows me, what your first impressions were of me and all that stuff, or, you know, how that's changed. You know, because I know a lot of my friends, I know a lot of them out there were instantly like, this guy's creepy and scary. And then they got to know me, and then they realized that I'm not an asshole, and I'm not creepy, I'm not going to murder your fucking children. But yeah, I want to hear about people and their experiences and what their thoughts are. So definitely comment. I'd love if you subscribe. I'm going to hopefully do another video here shortly, because I want to do these as frequently as possible in the beginning, so people can, you know, kind of get a feel for what I want to do with this channel. So yeah, subscribe, leave a comment, like it if you enjoyed the video. You can find me on social media. All the links are in the description. I appreciate everybody watching.